Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Stay Informed What's Happening This Week, brought to you by the Port Lavaca Wave, your quick snapshot of what's happening in local government and around our community. So let's get started. Port Lavaca City Council will meet Monday, July 20th at 5:30 p.m. for a special workshop session at City Hall. And here are the key items you might want to know about. Council will review and discuss whether to allow DVR Productions and Scully's to rent areas 1 and 2 of Bayfront Peninsula Park, that's the large pavilion and the small pavilion, for a ticketed event on September 5th. The event would run until midnight, but the rest of the park would stay open to the public. Port Lavaca PD reports being understaffed, 21 officers instead of the recommended 25. Council will consider applying for a federal COPS hiring grant, which could fund 2 new officers for 3 years. There's also a citywide recycling proposal being presented by Republic Services for citywide curbside recycling. Council will also review a few fee ordinance updates, including allowing up to 2 90-day extensions for hillside RV lots located at the Lighthouse RV Park, as well as free Lighthouse Beach admission for disabled veterans and $10 replacement fees for beach access cards. Also being discussed are new animal control surrender fees. In the world of water, Undine is proposing a 3.2% increase in next year's water treatment budget. To cover the cost, the city would need to raise the water base rate by $1.56. If any of that piques your interest, don't miss the chance to attend the meeting or listen in via Zoom. CCISD Board will meet Monday, July 20th at 6 p.m. at HJM Cafeteria. The board will review and vote on updates to the 2026-2027 school calendar, which could affect start dates, holidays, early release dates, and teacher workdays. They'll also consider approving the new Student Code of Conduct. A major item on the agenda is the board will vote on a resolution about Port O'Connor Elementary and review the transition plan for students and staff. They'll also discuss moving 7th and 8th graders from Seadrift School to Travis Middle School. No vote yet, just discussion, but could impact transportation, class sizes, and staffing. They'll also review financial statements, budget amendments, and consider raising the federal micro purchase threshold to streamline small purchases. All that before they go into closed session. For full agendas and details, visit the district's board book portal. Tuesday, July 21st at 3:30 p.m. in City Council chambers, the City Port Commission will meet to discuss routine business. All port facilities, including City Harbor, Nautical Landing, Smith Harbor, and Harbor of Refuge, were inspected with no major issues reported. Financial reports show steady operations with tariff revenue, dock fees, and expenditures on track. The city manager will provide updates on several waterfront and resiliency projects, including Living Shoreline Project, Harbor Refuge improvements, breakwater renovations, downtown waterfront improvements, derelict barge cleanup. These projects support storm resilience, public access, and long-term waterfront safety. The Harbor Master reports active coordination with oyster and fishing cooperatives, ongoing marina improvements, and continued cleanup across all harbor locations. There's only 2 action items on the agenda, the CEPRA environmental fee for Harbor Refuge and 2 new leases. Calhoun County Commissioners Court will take place Wednesday, July 22nd in the county courthouse to consider and discuss policy updates, where the court will consider updates to the county personnel policy and tuition assistance policy. A major item on the agenda is the approval of a new chiller system, a $257,500 agreement with Energy Mechanical Services for the Adult Detention Center. Precinct 1 is set to receive 70 Majesty palm trees valued at over $3,400. Commissioners will consider releasing the final payment for the County Communications Project radio, closing out the grant. The court will vote on extending the contract for the Magnolia Beach Erosion Control and Restoration Project through May 2028. They'll also consider a Motorola service agreement for county radio systems. There's 2 new members are up for reappointment to the Westside Calhoun County Navigation District. Also, the court will decide whether to allow rental of the Fairgrounds Pavilion for Labor Day Fest, including permission for alcohol sales. Commissioners will review and approve updated fee schedules for the sheriff and constable fees. Also this week, the City Parks Board is taking place Wednesday, July 22nd at noon inside City Hall Council Chambers. The notice has been posted online, but no agenda is there yet for review. But I do know that they are looking to fill a vacant Parks Board seat, so if you're interested, get with the city secretary. Also, a planning board meeting notice is online to take place Wednesday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. in council chambers. The notice is up, but no agenda has been posted. So be sure to check back at portlavaca.org and scroll down to their calendar for updates on these items. That's your quick look at what's happening in Port Lavaca this week. Stay informed, stay involved, and we'll see you next time.